Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first race of the Season 4 NAMAR Mtn Dew Voltage Cup Series Part-Timers Series race. That is a mouthful. We are here at Daytona where the top three finishers, the person that wins the race, finishes second, and finishes third, will advance to the Cup race, and they will be able to qualify. They will be able to qualify from first to 42nd. They will not be limited. That will be later today. Now to the starting lineup. On the front row is Sam York and rookie Connor Breeden. I don't know how you pronounce it. Row 2 is Jordan Newman and Robert Rogers. Row 3 is Andrew Rich and Emerson Arden. Row 4, Sean Harple and Mason Powers. Row 5 is Cameron Gaddu and Eric Powers. Row 6 is Dion Scott and Nicholas Samudio. Row 7, Philip Tringali and Chris Carando. Row 8, Brenda Rogers and Henry Kavanaugh. Row 9 is Tyler Markle and Ryan Kesey. Row 10 is Max Newworth and Eric Carvala. Row 11 is Danny Vaughn and Sheila Sullivan. Row 12 is Daniel Carnero and Paul Sardinia. Row 13 is Mason Jefferson and Sneviera. And starting 27th and alone in row 14 is Sam Rogers. So 27 drivers, all of them except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of them except for 8 drivers are rookies. They have never run full-time yet. So if you haven't run full-time, you're a rookie no matter what. Doesn't matter how many races you've run. Kind of like what they do in real life. If you haven't run or attempted a full season, then it's different for me because instead of it's kind of like this is like kind of like Xfinity. So you're committing to this for a championship and not the main series, so you don't get counted towards being rookie of the year or whatever. Anyway, drivers are firing up their engines. We will get ready for a quick pace lap here, Daytona. Some great new stuff here. And we will get you to the green flag shortly. As we see the cars go down the back stretch, a little heads up. We are running at 2 times pit stop frequency this season instead of 4 times. So therefore, these guys will make it, a fuel tank will last 20 laps, so they will probably be pitting once. Some of them will probably try to stretch it, but it should be an interesting race. I don't know if we'll have any cautions, depending how they run. We did see 2 cautions in the Coors Light shootout. That was at Talladega. And it was also during the day here. They can see better. It will be interesting to see if we have an all-rookie field or an all-veteran field transferring into the 500 for qualifying. As they come out of turn 4, a reminder, ESPN is the one running the first 8 races of the season. And it will transfer over to, I believe, somebody else after. Anyway, pace car is going down the pit road. Season 4 is officially starting right now. Green flag is out here at Daytona. The Mtn Dew Code Red 300 is underway. And already Sam York into the lead, and they are already 3 wide all over the place. As now Connor Breton will move to the bottom to go to take the race lead, and they are really already 3 wide all over. Connor Breton, Sean Harville, and Cameron Gaddu on the bottom, as now Connor will move up. A lot of rookies, as Connor will lead lap 1. And now him and Sean Harple are defined in first and second. Sam York up to the high side. Now I'm taking a peek at the schedule. It is NBC after the first 8 races. And then the All-Star race is given to FX, and the Chase is given to Speed. As Sean Harple and Connor Bredon are doing a good job right now. After they took the top 2 spots, they've kept them. But now Brenda Rogers is going to hit to the bottom of Sean Harple, going to take second. Another new driver, Raging Ferrets Motorsports, took out 3 drivers from last year: Riley Houston, Cody Russell, and who am I forgetting? And Alan Cavanero all left, as now Brenda Rogers takes the lead. Max Newworth is into the 65, Mason Jefferson in the 56, and Chris Washer in the 0, who will be running full-time. As now Brenda Rogers is in the lead, and they're actually settling out pretty good. Top 3 drivers right now: Brenda Rogers, Max Newworth, and Danny Vaughn, with Daniel Carneiro and Paul Sardina rounding out the top 5. Now Paul was suspended for the rest of the part-timer series after what he did in the showdown, which he ran out of fuel, blocked the track. Logan York, hit him. Then Michael Jenkins hit his car, which was flying through the air, which he was killed. Hopefully now with these double padded cars, that will not happen. Cody Russell also almost died at Michigan. He barely missed. But hopefully we won't have any deaths this season, as we didn't in Season 1 or Season 2. Max Newworth in the top spot. Here comes Connor Bredon coming back up to the front. And there's the driver that started in last, Sam Rogers, who has no relation to any of the other Rogers, as far as I know. Has moved up here, but now he's on the outside. And here comes Eric Harala to the bottom. As somebody's cutting down something outside. But Eric Harala now, and they're 3 wide all over the place, and it's only a matter of time when you're all going 3 wide, as Cindy Vieira will try to take the front spot here with Emerson Arden and Chris Corando on the bottom. But 3 by 3 all over, and Cindy Vieira's trying to hold on. And she does. She gets a good draft down the back straightaway to stick to the lead, as Emerson Arden will move into second. 6 laps down. This is turning out to be a very, very good race. As some people might have noticed, I have taken the restrictor plate off of these cars for super speedway races. They are running like a speedway model, kind of like Atlanta. As now Dion Scott and Nicholas Samudio move their way up to the front. I don't know. I keep pronouncing it wrong. I feel like I'm just going to go with Samudio. So Dion Scott and Nicholas Samudio moving up to the top 2 spots. Sheila Sullivan now pressuring coming up, and Sam Rogers, I think, was almost going to go 4 wide there. But now the 36 and the 27 have pulled away for the top 2 spots. And Sheila Sullivan is going to move back into 3rd. And they are getting really close here. Drivers starting to calm down a bit as the 36 and the 27 have pulled away temporarily. There's now Jordan Newman, who drove the 07 Chevrolet last season, has moved over to Front Row Motorsports to drive the 34, and they are single pack. They are starting to single it out. Ryan Kesey, who's replacing Michael Jenkins, who, as I said, passed away at M&M Super Speedway last season. They did not run the 7 for the rest of the season. Sean Harple, who's now in the 86 Dodge, ran the rest of the season in his 04 Chevrolet. But now they're starting to move around a little bit, but Dion Scott still in the lead. Now Nicholas Samudio is going to move down to take the lead with help from Jordan Newman. And now Eric and Mason Powers in 19 and the 8 respectively have finally moved their way up here. I saw them a few laps ago or in the way back. And they've kind of settled down to two wide scenarios here, as it will be very interesting who is going to get the top three spots. So I'm going to take a little break here. We'll be back shortly. I'm back, and it looks like the 36 and the 27 just did a basic switcheroo as they are now back in the 1 and 2 spot. Now the 27 is going to look down low again. And here comes Sam York. The pole sitter is finally back up here. And here's Andrew Rich finally finding himself a way up here. The fastest lap has gone to Mason Powers in the 8. The 9 and the 90, the 9 and the 56 are in the back a bit, hanging back. As you can see him in the back of the screen there. Dion Scott still in the lead now. Sam York and Andrew Rich will move into second and third respectfully. Robert Rogers making his way up to the front. And there's the other front row motorsports car in Tyler Markle. And Connor Breton also making his way back to the front yet again. As we are on lap 12, time is a-winding. And I'm also curious when these guys will pit, if they do pit. They will probably pit for fuel. They can kind of last the tires. But a 3-car breakaway at the moment. A Chevy and 2 Fords. 1 veteran, 2 rookies. As a reminder, last year the front row was a veteran and a rookie for the Daytona 500. Michael Naylor got the pole and Alan Cavanero qualified in second. Now Andrew Rich is going to dive to the bottom of the 32 looking for second place. Tyler Markle is going to move for third, it seems, and Connor Breton is down low as well. And they're back to 2 wide only movements. But Dion Scott remains the race leader in the 27 Pittsburgh Paint Chevrolet, as they are now 3 wide for second. And Andrew Rich will be the only one causing 3 wide situations, as now Henry Cavanaugh is going to move into third in the Reese Chevrolet out of RCR. As now Connor Breton was looking for the lead, and he is on the bumper of the 27. And they are back to going 3 wide crazy. Dion Scott, Connor Breton, and Cindy Vieira in the top 3 right now. Brenda Rogers and Paul Sardinha moving back up to the front with Ryan Kesey. A few veterans in this group here, like the 26 of Paul Sardinha, as well as the 18 of Daniel Carneiro, have to do good this season or they will most likely lose their ride. And they are getting very crazy back here, coming to 5 to go. The 3 wide is starting to look more like 4 wide, as now Connor Breton will move to the race lead with Cindy Vieira and Paul Sardini behind. There is Daniel Carneiro making his way back up to the front. He had a terrible season last year, has put him in part-timers, and if he does bad again, they just might get rid of him. And it is getting very crazy here as Connor Breton took the lead. 4 laps to go. I don't know if these guys will pit or they're going to try to stretch it here. Cindy Vieira and then Paul Sardinha out of Extreme Motorsport. Paul Sardinha going to look for second. And I've also noticed some people probably think I'm going crazy the whole time. Well, not really. I mean, my mic's just kind of very close to my mouth. I guess it causes the audio to make me sound like I'm really going nuts. Not yet. If I'm going really loud, then you know it. Right now, Connor Breton and Paul Sardinha leading it away into 1-2. Coming to 3 laps to go. They have pulled away. The battle for third is on in the pack. Philip Tringali will take the spot for now. Sam Rogers, who started in 27th, aka last place, is back up here. But the top three have kind of subdued themselves here. Nobody has lost a pack. Coming to 2 to go for Connor Breton. Paul Sardinia, Philip Tringali. Philip's going to look for second here. Paul Sardinia will not make the race at this point. Sheila Sullivan will move into third. Sam Rogers, Mason Powers are fourth and fifth. Now Philip Tringali's going to look to the lead. Sam Rogers is going to go with him. Connor Breton will lose the lead coming to the white flag. Philip Tringali, who blew a win at the showdown last season, is looking to get into the 500. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Sam Rogers looking to the bottom. And now Sam Rogers to the lead. They are 3 wide for second or third, I don't know which. Sam Rogers in the lead. 3 wide craziness going on. Robert Rogers to the lead. Eric Powers in second. Henry Cavanaugh's in third. Coming to the checkered flag, Eric Powers goes for the lead. Robert Rogers wins. Eric Powers and Henry Cavanaugh are going to make the Daytona 500. 2 rookies and 1 veteran. Robert Rogers wins. Eric Powers second, and third is another rookie in Henry Cavanaugh. What a race it was. 4th is Tyler Markle. 5th, Sam Rogers. 6th, Philip Tringali. 7th, Sean Hoppel. 8th, Mason Powers. 9th, Connor Breton. And 10th is Eric Caralla. You'll remember you guys are still all fighting for a championship. Anytime a top 5 finish is really good. It came down to about 8 drivers last season. Congratulations to Robert Rogers, though, on the victory. And we will see you for Daytona 500 qualifying.